Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are covering a shocking story that sounds more like Hollywood thriller than real life. According to federal authorities, the FBI has arrested 5 men who allegedly planned a large-scale attack targeting a UFC event scheduled to take place at the White House. Investigators say the suspect intended to create panic, target government officials and potentially trigger when they described as a revolution. Here's everything we know so far. Federal prosecutor announced that 5 men ranging in age from 19 to 32 were arrested across 4 different states: California, Missouri, Nebraska, and Ohio. According to court document, the suspects were allegedly communication through online chat group and discussing plan for a coordinated attack during a major UFC event at the White House. Authorities say the group believed such an attack would create chaos and attract national attention. The alleged plan. Investigators claim the suspect planned a multi-stage operation. The first phase reportedly involved using explosive-equipped drone to attack nearby building. The goal, according to prosecutors, was to create fear and force large crowd to flee the area. Once the panic, authorities say the group intended to use sniper rifles to fire at people escaping from the scene. The alleged plan did not stop there. Prosecutors claim a second wave of attackers intended to move toward the White House itself, targeting what investigators described a high-value target, including the president, the vice president, and other senior government officials. Authorities say the suspect hoped their action would jumpstart a revolution. So another question is this: how was the plot discovered? One of the most surprising part of this story is how the investigation reportedly began. According to the FBI, the mother of one of the suspects began concern after seeing messages her son had posted online. She reportedly alerted authorities after noticing discussion that appeared threatening and extremist in nature. Officials say this step allowed investigators to move quickly before the alleged plan could advance further. Rapid FBI response. Former FBI Supervisory Special Agent Jason Pack described the case as an extremely serious threat. He noted that investigators moved remarkably fast, gathering evidence, reviewing messages, conducting surveillance, and obtaining search warrants. Authorities reportedly found weapons and evidence of firearm training during their investigation. Pack emphasized that while people discussing extremist ideas is concerning, investigators became particularly alarmed when those discussions appeared to move into actual planning and preparation. Domestic terrorism concern. One of the major questions surrounding this case is whether it qualifies as domestic terrorism. At this stage, investigators are still gathering evidence and examining communication linked to the suspects. However, based on information currently available, experts believe the case appears more consistent with domestic extremism than with an international terrorism operation. Authorities are also reportedly working to identify additional individuals concerned connected to online group associated with the suspects. The growing threat of drone. Another important aspect of this case is the alleged use of drone. Security experts have increasingly warned about the potential misuse of commercial drone technology. Although many drone manufacturers include restrictions that prevent flight in sensitive areas, investigators remain concerned about evolving tactics seen in conflict zones around the world. Experts say that government continue investing heavily in counter-drone technologies, but the threat remains a significant security challenge. So what this means? This case highlights the complex security challenges facing law enforcement agencies today. Authorities must constantly monitor potential threat against public events, government facilities, and high-profile officials. With major international events and large public gatherings taking place across the United States, security agencies remain on high alert. The FBI and Secret Service investigation are ongoing, and additional information may emerge in the coming days. This alleged plot serves as a reminder of how quickly online extremist discussion can evolve into real-world security concern. Authorities credit early reporting, rapid investigative work, and coordinate between multiple agencies for preventing what could have been a devastating attack. As the investigation continues, more details are expected to become public. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more breaking news in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.